So in this video, we are going to look at how to develop web pages by using HTML. So first of all, let us know what is HTML. So HTML, also known as Hypertext Markup Language, is a language that is used for creating web pages. So normally, whenever we develop a web application, so our web application will basically contain several pages, and those web pages are actually developed by making use of HTML. So using HTML, you can create a web page that can contain the following. So it can contain text information, it can contain graphics information, it can contain sound information, and it can contain video information. So if you have visited any website, then normally you would see this kind of information present in those particular web pages. Like it can be a text, graphics means images, and sound or video. So what is an HTML page made up of? Or how do we generate a HTML page? So in order to generate an HTML page, we are going to make use of what are called as the essence of HTML programming, which is called as a tag. So what do you mean by a tag? So tag is something that is enclosed within these angular brackets. Okay, so inside these angular brackets, we are going to mention some keyword that performs certain task. Okay, so this is the keyword. So normally these tags would be enclosed within this angular brackets. So there are opening and closing tags for many, but not for all the tags. And the affected text is between the two tags. So whatever the text that gets affected by the tag will be enclosed within these tags. Okay, so normally there will be an opening tag, which would normally begin something like this, and then there will be a keyword. Okay, and there will be a closing tag, and the closing tag will normally end with a slash with the same name, with the same keyword. So anything that is in between these tag is if it is a text, then that is going to be affected. Okay, so the opening and the closing tags use the same command, except the closing tag contains the additional and the additional forward slash. So as I mentioned, so if I have an opening tag like this, for example, as we have seen here, if I write B here, which stands for bold, making the text bold, then I write something here. Okay, I'll write something like a text here. So if I write text here and then if I give slash B, right, then this text which is between the opening and the closing tag will be displayed as bold. Okay, so normally we use bold whenever we used to give some warning, or whenever we want to give some warning through the web page, so we can make use of bold, or whenever we want to highlight something, we are going to make use of the bold tag. Okay, so this is one of the few tags that we are going to look into. So there can also be nested tags, means you can have one tag within another. Okay, like for example here h1 header 1, okay, is a tag that actually displays the header information at some font size. So the header here is the nation, and I also want it to be displayed in italics. So in order to make this particular text as italics, we can use one more tag called as I. Okay, so the beginning of the italics tag is here and the end of the italics tag is here, and you can observe that it is present within the header tag h tag, okay, or h1 tag. So this is how you can nest one tag within another. So now let us look at the structure of a web page. So what is the web page actually made up of, and then we shall see a demo of how exactly we are going to generate the web page. So a normal HTML web page will contain the following things. Okay, so it will always begin with the HTML tag and an ending slash HTML tag. So whatever your web page has to contain, you have to write it within the HTML and slash HTML. Okay, so normally your web page is going to be divided into two parts. One is the head of the web page. Okay, you can also consider this like an header information, and then the body of the web page where you are actually going to display the contents. So head tag will indicate the beginning of the header, and slash head will indicate the end of the header, and in between, if you want, then you can also write what is the header that you want for this particular page. For example, here we have typed in slash title slash title. What is the title of this particular page has been written within the title tag, and then the header tag is followed by the body tag, which is as displayed over here. So it begins with a body, and it will end with the slash body. So this is a normal structure of a particular web page, or a simple structure of a particular web page. And as you can observe here, we have actually made use of nesting, right? So within the HTML tag, we have got two extra tags, right? So for example, here we have the head tag and we have the body tag, right? And similarly, within the head tag, we have got title. So like this, you can have nested tags within HTML, right? But you should be sure that the nesting is proper. Like for example, this cannot happen. Okay. For example, if I write HTML, okay, and then I will write slash HTML, okay, and suppose for example, if I write head here, okay, then I cannot write slash head out of that slash HTML web page. Okay, so like this you need to take care of whenever you are doing nesting in case of web pages. Okay, now let us have a look at how exactly we are going to generate a web page, simple web page. So I'll use the same example. So I'll use the same thing. Okay, you can type it also, right? So how do we generate? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a web page for you. I'll do it in the desktop itself, but you can also do it in the www folder where you are supposed to create your HTML pages. Okay, so let me create this text document. So just copy paste the content from the presentation. So now we have to save this file. Okay, now an HTML file is normally saved as .html. Okay, just like you save any program with an extension, like for example an Excel sheet is shared with an extension of .xls. C program is to share is actually stored in the with the extension of .c. Okay, cpp C++ program is stored with an extension of .cpp. So just like that, here also an HTML page is saved with the extension .html. Okay, so now I will just create a new page called as test.html. So I'll just select all files here and then I will save the content. Okay, so now as you can observe here, we have got a file here which says test. Okay, so now it is showing me the browser icon. So I'll double click on this, so it opens up in my browser, and as you can observe, you can see here that we have the body of the web page displayed, the title is displayed over here. Okay, now if I edit this particular code, okay, if I edit the code of this HTML page, okay, it will be reflected in the web page. Like for example, I will right click on this page and I will click on edit, but this time I'll edit with notepad plus plus, right? So I want something to be displayed in the head. Okay, so I'll just write, this is the, let me try that b tag which we have already seen. So b, I'll make the title as a header as bold. Okay, so this is a test page, right? And I'll end it with slash b. So if I want to make this as italics, okay, if I want to make this as italics, then I will also use the same I tag, right? So I'll use the I tag and I will make the I tag closed here, right? So now let me save the file and rerun the or reload the page in my browser. Okay, as you can observe here, it is added this header information, but it is now being displayed on the same line. Okay, so what if I want the header information to be separated from the body? Okay, now to do that, what we can do is we can add one more tag which is called as a break tag, or it's called as br. Okay, so it's called as br. So br indicates break, line break. Okay, like for example, I want the line to be broken here. For example, add br tag. Okay, now remember I said that every tag has to come with a closing tag, but not some of them. In this case, br is also one tag where you need not specify slash br. Okay, so you can think of slash br as something like slash n in your C program. Okay, let me reload this file. As you can observe, the line has been broken down into two lines. Okay, so if I want more line breaks, then I can simply keep on adding the br tag, and you can observe that the changes will be reflected. So this is how you generate your HTML file. Okay, as you can observe here, the HTML file contains the HTML tag. Okay, with the slash HTML tag, this is essential to identify that this is an HTML page. The HTML page comprises of head and a body. So head will display the header information, body will display the contents of your web page. Now in this content you can put anything, like as it has been mentioned, you can put the text information, you can put graphics information, you can put audio, or you can put video using the required tags. Okay, now let us get back to our presentation. So now that we have seen how we can generate, or how we can produce our first web page, let us look into the important aspect. Okay, so obviously tags are what is an HTML page is made up of. So we will concentrate on what are all the tags that we are supposed to make use of. So the first tag that we will see is title. So basically it will give title to your web page. Okay, so as you have already observed, our title is displayed over here. It is example, correct? So in the code we had said that our title should be example. So now if I change this, for example, if I change this to example1122, save this file and reload this page, now we can observe that the title of the page has been changed. Okay, so giving this information is important because it will help you to identify what is the page. Okay, so this is the title tag for you. So the title tag will actually specify the, or it is used to specify the title of your page. Okay, so title will start with slash title, and it will end with slash title. Okay, now there are several tags that are present in HTML for formatting the text. Of course, we need not concentrate much on that. I'll just list out some of the few examples. Like for example, we have got bold, italics, and we have got uh, underline.
ಹನ್ನೊಂದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿ ತೋರಿಸಿ.
So it is bold, italics, underline, paragraph, and BR. Okay, already we have seen BR. Now let us, and also we have seen bold and italics. Now let us see what does underline do. Okay, I'll go back to the same page. Let me assume that I want to underline my content now. Okay, so along with italics, I also want to underline my content now. So I'll press U. Okay, and I will press slash U, right? So let us save this file and rerun the page. As you can observe, now the content or the header is underlined. Okay, so this is how you can manipulate your text information. Okay, if you want to create a paragraph in your web page, then you can do so by making use of P and slash P. So if you have a large text, okay, which you are supposed to display in paragraphs, then you can actually use this particular tag, P tag, or the paragraph tag. So the way your HTML page displays information can be changed or altered. So for example, there is a particular font that is used by HTML files normally. But if you want to change the font type, or if you want to change the font color, then those also can be done by making use of the font tag. Okay, so that is one thing. So size of the font can be changed. Okay, I will just display the, show the changing of font. For example, here, whatever the default font size is, so I want to change it to something else. Okay, so let me assume I will put size as 10. Okay, so from there until the end, I want the text to be displayed as size 10. So what did I do? I just added one tag called as font. Okay, so this font has one attribute which is called as size. So I'm setting the size to 10. Now let us see how the text is going to be displayed. So this is how it was displayed earlier. Now after refresh, as you can see, now size has been increased. Okay, now if I want to change the color of the font, right, then that also can be done. So color is equal to, I will just type red. Okay, color is equal to red. Now let me rerun the page, and as you can see, the color has been changed to red. So we will not worry about the appearance as such, but you can actually change the appearance of your text, change the appearance of the information that you are going to display by making use of these type of tags. Okay, so font is one of them, right? So we'll not discuss about font as much because appearance is not a concern for us. So that is one thing. So we have already discussed about the head or headings. So sorry, headings has not been displayed. So you can put heading to create heading in your web page. You can use the hn or /hn tag. Okay, let us use this in our web page and see what happens. So heading, let us display it in the body. So hn/hn. So let me import. I don't know whether it supports this or not. This is a heading. If the browser supports this, okay, as you can observe, it is appearing in the heading. Okay, so like this, there are different tags that you can actually make use of in HTML. We'll go through one by one. So heading is there, alignment. Okay, so if you want to align your information in the web page, then you can actually make use of this align. Okay, so one such alignment I will show, which we have used in our project. So right now, the contents of the web page are actually aligned to the left of the page. Okay, and if I want to change the alignment, right, to the center, then what can I do? So what can I do is I can actually use the center tag. Okay, I will actually use the center tag. Okay, so to begin with, and whatever contents I want to display in the center. Okay, like for example, I want the header information to be displayed at the center. So what I will do is I will place the header tag or the head tag inside another tag which is called as center. Okay, now let me refresh the page. Now as you can observe, the header information is now being displayed at the center of the page. So if I want all the information to be present at the center, then what I can do, I can simply put the entire content as centered. Okay, now you can observe that everything is now aligned to the center of the web page. Now you need not do this for the entire page. As I said, you can also do it in parts. You can also do it in parts, like as I showed earlier, I can only make the header to be displayed at the center. The body of the uh, page is displayed uh, as usual at the left side. Okay, so this can also be done. So this is about the alignment. Okay, so you can also have comment statements in your HTML file, and this is how you are supposed to specify them as comment. Okay, like for example, right now I will add a comment. So add this here. As you can observe, it is appearing in green color. Okay, so it is appearing in green color. So I'll just write this is a comment line. Okay, so the thing with comment line is this is just for your information in the HTML code. It will not be interpreted by the browser. As you can observe here, even when I refresh the page, the comment line is not being displayed. Okay, so which means that whenever you want to write a comment line in your HTML code, okay, you can do that by making use of this symbol. Okay, so it is angular bracket with an exclamatory mark followed by double hyphen. Then you can put the comment here, then close this comment line by using double hyphen and then the angular brackets. Okay, so this is how you add a comment to your web page, right? Now you can also make your web page contents to blink. Okay, so for that we can actually make use of the blink tag, right? For example, let me put the blink tag here. Okay, so inside the body you can add it anywhere, right? It's better to display it in the uh, header itself. So I'm adding the blink tag. So in between that I've added the content, and I'm ending that blink tag with /blink. Okay, so let us see what changes it makes. Okay, so I think a blink is not supported here. Okay, maybe blink is not supported here. but I can move around the text if I want by making use of one more tag called as marquee. So if blink is not supported, I will use marquee. I did not save the content. Blink. Okay, I'll use blink and marquee as well, and I'll show you what is the effect that you get. So content will be blinking and it will be scrolling. Okay, so content will be blinking and it will be scrolling, as you can observe. So now it is scrolling. So if I remove this marquee and I want the content to be blinking, maybe blinking is not supported here, but if your browser supports that, yes, blinking is not supported here. So if your browser supports that, then your content will blink. Okay, so it will appear and disappear for some amount of time. So like this you can actually, okay, so it is not supported by some of the browsers, so you need to check with your browser whether this tag is supported or not. Okay, now we also can format your page by manipulating the body tag. Okay, like for example, there are several attributes in the body tag that can be used in order to change the appearance of your body. Okay, like for example, one such attribute is bg color, background color, which stands for bg color here. So here we have just mentioned the body tag. So body tag can have several attributes. For example, I'll use bg color is equal to yellow. Okay, so previously you saw that your body was actually appearing in white. Okay, it has a white background color, but now if I reload this page, now the body has actually become the background color has actually become yellow, right? So like this you can change the color or appearance of your web page by manipulating the attributes that are supported by each and every tag. So every tag will have several attributes like this. Okay, like for example, the font tag which we saw earlier, I have displayed two attributes. Okay, like first one is size and second one is color. Similarly, body tag has that one attribute which I mentioned right now. It has also several attributes. Like for example, here they have mentioned like body tag contains base font size as is equal to n. Okay, so like this we have got several attributes that can be used with every tag. So more information you can get from HTML documents. So this is the example. Let us copy paste this content and see what are all the changes. What is the thing here? So title is still the same. Okay, but bg color we have kept it as black and text we have kept it as white. So now we will have a web page that is going to be black in color, but the text is going to appear in white, and the size of the font we have set it to 7. Okay, so let us refresh. Sorry. So let us give some other color. Maybe black is not working. Okay. I think the double quote was an issue here. Right now, let us see. As you can observe, the entire page has now been converted to a black page, and the contents are now being displayed as white. Okay, so like this, you can actually change the appearance of your HTML page. Okay, now let us look into some more tags. So regarding the text information, we have already uh, displayed. Okay, what are all the tags that you might use? Some of them we have already seen. Now let us look into how we can insert images into our HTML pages. Okay, so to insert images into our HTML page, we are going to make use of a tag called as img. Okay, we are going to make use of a tag called as img, and there are several attributes that you can use along with img to display the picture or display the image according to your wish. For example, one of the essential attribute that you are supposed to mention with an image tag is the src, which stands for source. Okay, so source means where you are getting that image from, or where the HTML page has to get the image from, right? So here you will mention the path name of the image. Okay, you will mention the path name of the image, and then you are going to end this img tag with the slash img. Okay, so I'll just show you an example here. So this is the web page. Now let me assume that after this I want to add an image. Okay, so what is the tag? Tag is img and the essential is src. Okay, so I will just download this file is in desktop. So let me assume that I have some image here. So do I have an image here? Okay, I don't. Okay, I believe I have an image here. Sorry, no, I don't have an image here. Let me download an image for you. So I'll download this image to the desktop. Okay, I'm saving the file to uh, desktop. I will give this file name as image sample. Okay, and it's a png file. Okay, the format of the file is png. So the currently the file is in desktop. Okay, and the file is also in desktop. Okay, so what I can do is I can directly give the name of the file, because both of them are in desktop. I'll give the name of the file. So I gave the name of the file as image sample.png. Okay, so this is one thing. And I am supposed to end this img tag with slash img. Okay, so let me reload now the page. So this is done. So I'm reloading the page. As you can observe, I have got the image appeared. Okay, now I can set the width and height of the image. For example, here, what is supposed to be the width? Okay, so width is equal to, for example, I can give it in pixels or in percentage, and height also in pixels or percentage. Right now, the pixel value I have given is around 200 by 200. So let me see. See, the image has been shrunk a little bit. So I can actually manipulate the information. So height, I will make it as 300, something like this. Okay, so you can also give it in terms of percentage. Okay, so let me assume that I want 50% of the width, original width of the original image, and 50% of the width of the uh, you know uh, original image height. As you can observe, the original image, whatever the size of the original image is, now it has been changed, okay, to 50%. So like this, you can modify or you can actually change the images, content of the images. Okay, so this is how you load images into your uh, web page. You can set other attributes as well, like for example there is border. Okay, if you want to have a thick border around your image, then all you need to do is give border is equal to some size. Okay, so 4 5 or something like this. I believe 5 would be too much, but let us give. So as you can observe, a border is appearing on your image. Okay, so one thing here is the path name. Okay, so if your file html file and the image is in the same directory, then you can directly give the path name. But suppose if it is residing somewhere, okay, like for example, here I will take the image out. I will cut this image and I will put it in one folder. Let me assume I'm putting it in D drive. Okay, so I'm putting it in D drive. So now the image is not available in desktop. Okay, so here I have given that it is available in, like I have given the path name, assuming that it is present in the same directory, but it is not present in same directory now. So what happens if I reload this? So now you can observe that I am unable to see the image. Okay, why? Because the HTML page cannot find the file image sample.png anywhere in the desktop. So what I need to do to correct this? So you need to specify the correct path name. So right now where it is located? It is actually located in D drive. Okay, so it is actually located in D drive. So I will specify that you are supposed to look in D drive. Okay, you are supposed to look it in D drive. So now we can observe that I got the original image back. Okay, so this is how you are supposed to use the image tag. Whenever you are supposed to load an image into your web page, you can actually you can make use of the image tag, right? And you can use any number of image tag, and you can load any number of images. Okay, like for example, I will load the same image 4 times. So you can change the source and you can load multiple images. Okay, so let us see what happens here. So as you can observe, I have loaded the same image 4 times, but if I want, I can actually change the contents of the images. Okay, so this is about the image tag. So if an image is not being displayed, then what we can do is we can use an alternate text. Okay, so instead of displaying some icon, for example here, suppose I did not change this to D. Okay, now we can observe that one of the frame will have empty. Okay, one of the frame will not have the image loaded. So what I can do is, instead of that being displayed, okay, I can actually have an alternate text displayed. If the image does not get loaded, I can have an alternate text loaded. Okay, so in order to specify that alternate text, so we'll use alt attribute, and you will specify some content that has to be displayed whenever image does not get loaded. Okay, so I will just display here can't load image. Okay, I'll just display here can't load image. So let me see whether it gets reflected on. So as you can observe, it is saying that because HTML page was unable to detect the or unable to fetch the image from the specified location, now it is displaying the alternate text. So whenever you don't have images, or whenever images goes missing, you can have this alternate text being displayed. Okay, so this is about the image tag, right? Now, one of the important tag that we can actually make use of to move from one page to another is the hyperlink tag, okay, or the link tags. So link tag will let you move from one page to another, and using this link tag, you can also play movies and sound and send email and whatever you want to do, you can actually do that by making use of this link tag. So link will actually have three parts: a destination, a label, and a target. Okay, and we are going to look at those things in detail. So how do we create a hyperlink? So to create a hyperlink, we are going to make use of the anchor tag or the a tag, and it is followed by a href, so hyperlink reference, and then we will specify the target. Okay, and then you will have a label. Okay, so the destination is page.html. Okay, and the label which will appear on your web page, which you are going to click on, okay, which will lead you to the page.html, is this. And of course the target here is also page.html. Okay, so destination and the target here is one and the same. So let us use this anchor tag to move around from one page to another. Okay, so I'll use this page here, which is test.html. So I'm going to create, or I'm going to create one more page here. So let me create one more page. So I will use the html tag once again, and this is slash html. So inside this, now I'm simply going to write, this is the second page. Okay, so I'll save this page on desktop only. Okay, I'll save this page on desktop. So I will write this as second page dot html. Okay, so now it is being saved in desktop. So you can check this out. Okay, so second page dot html. So if I load this second page, as you can see, it is loaded in our browser now. Now I want to come to this page from this first page. Okay, from our first page, which is this. I will remove all of these things. So from this first page, I want to get to my second page. Okay, so what should I do? So we should actually include a anchor or a hyperlink. Okay, so what is the syntax here? A href. So now I need to specify the target. What is the target? Target is my second page dot html, or whatever the target is. So here my file name is second page dot html. Okay. All right. So use this label. I'll give a label here. Click here to go to second page. Okay, and we'll end the anchor tag with /a. I'm using all capital letters, but it's not mandatory. You can also use small letters for this. Okay, now I will save the page and I am going to load my first page. Okay, so this is our first page now. Okay, the font is not visible, so I'll change this background color and all. So I'll retain the background color to default. Right, so now you can observe that there is something that is appearing in the web page in a different color other than the text. Normally it will be in blue. Okay, so if I move my mouse on it, right, so it is actually showing a hand signal, right? So it is asking you to click on that. So if I click on that, okay, where it will go? Okay, as you can see, it has loaded the second page, right? Now let me assume that from this first page, from the second page, I want to go back to the first page. Okay, so what we should do? So we should actually have one more anchor tag here. Okay, href is equal to, what is the page name? Page is test.html. Okay, I have to go back to the page that I came from. So I'm using page. So you can use a label here. So I'll write click here to go back. Okay, so you can use anything. So I'm just using some text here. Okay, so we'll close this, save the file, reload our second page, and I can see here that a hyperlink has appeared. Okay, so we'll click on that and it has taken us back to our test.html. Like this, we can move around from one page to another page by making use of this hyperlink or the anchor tag. Okay, so this is one thing. So we can actually change the color of the links also. I'm not going to discuss about this. Uh, okay, so anchor tag, as I have already discussed about it. Right, now what if you want to display some information in a list? Okay, so to display some information in a list, you have a tag called as the ordered list tag. Okay, where you want a list to appear either in number format. Okay, right, so you can actually use an ordered list. Like for example, I want this information to be displayed on my web page. Like for example, this is step number 1, this is step number 2, this is step number 3, something like this. So how do I add this information in my web page? So to add this information like this in my web page, we are going to actually make use of the OL tag or the ordered list tag. Okay, so let us use this ordered list tag in our second page. Okay, so this is the second page, so I'll use OL, right? So now as you had observed, all of the things are appearing in the same line. So what I can do is I can use a BR tag or the line break tag to distinguish my content from one another. Okay, so I'll use the BR tag here also. So two breaks I have given. So first break is for the heading, second break is for the hyperlink, and third break will actually display me the content order list. Okay, so let us use this and reload our page. So as you can observe, I have got this information in an ordered list. So if you have got something like an algorithm or maybe a stepwise thing that needs to be displayed in your web page, then you can actually make use of this ordered list. Okay, there are several attributes of ordered list. Like here it is giving numbers, but you can use other types of ordered list. Like for example, you can use capital letters, you can use lowercase letters, or you can use italics. Okay, or sorry, you can use Roman numerals in uppercase and Roman numerals in lowercase. Let us try that out. So the attribute that you need to specify for that is type. Okay, so OL is the tag, the attribute is type. Okay, so what I will do is I will use capital letters ABC. Okay, so I'm giving capital A here. So let us see. So it has changed from A, B, and C. So what if I want Roman numerals here? So if I want Roman numerals here, I need to type I guess. Yes, I need to type capital I. So it will give me values in Roman numerals in capital letters. If I want them in small letters, then I need to just type in small I. Okay, so it will give me the ordered list in small letters. Okay, so like this we can add a ordered list to our pages. So what if I don't want ordered list? What if I want unordered list? Okay, so if I want an unordered list, okay, then you can use the ul tag. Okay, you can use the ul tag. Like I'll copy paste the same. So first we have an ordered list here. Now we are going to have an unordered list here. Okay, so let us see. Unordered means there is no numbering. Okay, so as you can observe here, it has appeared in bullet format. So like this, if you want your text to be organized, you can go with either the ordered list or with the unordered list. Okay, so same thing will appear. You can actually tell which bullet type has to appear in an unordered list. Okay, so circle, square, and disk shape are by default. Okay, so now those things were some of the basic HTML tags that we can actually make use of to make our web pages look good, and of course display the information that we actually want. So we have actually seen the information with the text information. So we are now going to look at how we can actually uh, send information from one page to another page by making use of the most important type of a tag, which is called as a forms. Okay, so we shall look into that forms shortly.